You ever have a first date that goes great? She's laughing, the conversation flows, you walk away feeling like you nailed it, and then 2 days later, the texts get shorter and shorter until they just stop? You replay the whole night, trying to find the moment it went wrong. But here's the thing, it usually wasn't one moment. It was a handful of small signals that quietly shifted how she saw you after the high of the date wore off. So today, 6 reasons a great first date still fizzles out, and what to actually do differently. Let's get into it. Number 1. You texted like the date never ended. Same energy, same jokes, immediately that night. Like you were trying to keep the momentum from the date going non-stop into her phone. Here's the problem. Dates have a natural high, and texting right after tries to extend that high artificially, instead of letting it settle on its own. Give it a day. Let the memory of the date breathe before you show up in her messages again, so she has room to actually miss the energy instead of getting an uninterrupted stream of it. Number 2. You move the conversation from fun to future too fast. Great date, and by the next day you're already talking about weekend plans, meeting friends, what this could turn into. Slow down. Nothing kills a good spark faster than turning it into a project before it's even had time to grow naturally on its own. Let a few dates happen before you start architecting where this is headed. Number 3. You disappeared instead of following up at all. Some guys overcorrect the other direction, worried about looking too eager, so they go silent for days after a genuinely good date. That's not mysterious, that's just confusing. A simple, low-pressure message the next day, something honest about having a good time, keeps the thread alive without smothering it. Number 4. You tried too hard to keep the energy exactly where it was on the date. The date had a spark because it was spontaneous, unscripted, alive in the moment. If you try to recreate that exact energy through text, forcing jokes, forcing callbacks to things she said, it feels manufactured. Text like yourself in a normal mood, not like a highlight reel of the date replaying itself. Number 5. You let the date become the only topic you had. Every message somehow circled back to referencing the date itself. Remember when you said, that thing we talked about? It starts to feel like you don't have anything else going on in your life besides processing that one night on repeat. Bring in your actual world. What's happening with you day to day? Your work, your friends, your plans. Not just replaying the highlights of one evening together. And number 6, the one most guys don't catch. You got noticeably more invested after the date than you were during it. On the date you were relaxed, present, not overthinking anything. After the date, you started analyzing every text, timing your replies to the minute, overthinking her punctuation like it's a code to crack. She feels that shift even through a screen, even if she can't name exactly what changed. The calm version of you that showed up on the date is the version that needs to keep showing up after it too. Look, a good first date isn't the finish line. It's just the opening. What happens in the days right after is what actually decides whether that spark turns into something real or quietly fades out. The fix for basically all 6 of these comes down to one thing. Stay the same guy after the date that you were during it. Not more eager, not more distant, just consistent. That consistency, more than any clever text or grand gesture, is what actually gets someone to want a second date in the first place. Peace.